Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, it would seem that this time around the Australian bulls take the market back on an upward ride. After rebounding off the support at 73.45.55, the market is now focused on the resistance around 74.55.65, which was, as you can previously see, was a foul challenge. It is ascertained that there is some divergence here, and therefore with the MACD as well as the stochastic and also the RSI slowly forging a percentage of a bearish case, then I do expect to see the market to test lower. I look for any rally towards 74.55.65 as a sell, as I anticipate the market will eventually retest the lows of 73.45.55, with yesterday's low being 59, and then look towards the region of 72.60 area as a potential base or foundations for the Australian dollar at this present stage. The market was slightly tamer overnight, even though we did get the release of the CPI numbers. In New York, the release of the US CPI data rose just by 0.1% last month, missing the forecast of 0.2%, although the core CPI was on target at 0.2%. The US dollar seemed a little unfazed from these numbers as it consolidates around 94.50. Overall, from a technical point, I feel the euro will send a further bearish message into the market and therefore challenge the downside region of 116.30 or even stretching towards the region of 115.65, with any advances an opportunity to shorten the market around 117.05 to 65. The dollar yen still impressively holding to a bullish case, even though the RSI is extremely overbought. Therefore, I do expect to see any challenges towards the region of 112.85 to struggle. At the moment, we're seeing a high of 76 today, and at this present trading around 68.69. Beyond 112.85, I don't hold any targets, purely for the fact is that we are overbought. And you can see here, when we challenged the level in May, that the RSI was overbought and sold off. And then previously, a little pullback, but this time we are at extremes, and I do expect to see at least a pullback towards the region of 112.05 to 111.40 if 112.85 is rejected. The pound is weaker overnight and now looks further to the downside of my target of 130.60.65, with the immediate target coming in at 131.35. The pound has been on shaky ground since the British Foreign Minister Boris Johnson's resignation, along with Brexit Secretary David Davis. So I still feel that Theresa May, the British Prime Minister's government, is still quite fragile. So therefore we could see further weakness coming into play. Gold survived the challenge to the downside and still, in this case, could pose a threat to the upside. While we don't take out the level of 38, I still feel happy that the market will look towards 51 to the 60 region. We are slowly coming out of the case of an oversold picture, but nevertheless, there is divergence here. Therefore, does support a further rise. This view would be negated if we take out 38. I don't hold very strong view to the downside if we see 38 crushed, but we could expose the region of 1,225 as a potential target. Oil still remains on shaky ground after recently finding at least a 5% drop from the previous night, from $73 a barrel down to around 68.5. I do expect to see further weakness as the technicals are pretty much holding to a negative case, especially with the MACD. Therefore, could see the move to $67 a barrel as a potential target. Well, that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day and a great start to the new weekend.